Have you ever watched a movie that made you angry, emotional, frustrated, and hopeful all at the same time? That was exactly my experience watching Rock, Paper, Scissors by Marie Sam TV. From the opening scenes, the movie pulls viewers into what appears to be a loving relationship. Dominic seems like a caring husband who provides everything his wife, Isabel, could ever need. Nice house? Check. Expensive gifts? Check. Financial support? Check. But as the story unfolds, we quickly realize that not every prison has bars. Isabel's life is a painful example of how emotional manipulation can hide behind it. One of the first red flags appears when Isabel is experiencing severe menstrual cramps. Instead of showing concern and understanding, Dominic becomes aggressive and dismissive of her feelings. That moment immediately sets the tone for what viewers are about to witness throughout the film. What makes this movie particularly powerful is that it doesn't portray abuse as something that happens overnight. It shows how control slowly creeps into a relationship. First, Dominic controls Isabel's choices. Then, he controls her friendships. Next, he controls her career. Eventually, he controls her money, movement, communication, and even her thoughts. As viewers, we watch Isabel gradually lose pieces of herself while convincing herself that she is still okay. One of the most heartbreaking scenes was when Isabel got a job offer worth 1 million naira. Most spouses would celebrate such an achievement. Instead, Dominic reacted with anger. Why? Because her success threatened the control he had over her. That scene raises an important question for viewers. Is financial provision the same thing as love? The movie boldly answers that question with a resounding no. Providing money for someone does not give anyone ownership over their life, dreams, or identity. Another character that stood out was Victoria, Isabel's childhood friend. Victoria repeatedly warned her about the dangerous situation she was in. She recognized the warning signs long before Isabel did. How many people watching this movie will recognize a Victoria in their own lives? Sometimes the people who genuinely care about us tell us uncomfortable truths that we don't want to hear. The film also shines a light on a painful reality that many people rarely discuss openly: enabling abuse. Isabel's mother was perhaps one of the most frustrating characters in the entire movie. Even after seeing bruises, even after hearing cries for help, even after learning about the violence, she still encouraged her daughter to endure. Again and again, she prioritized financial benefits and social appearances over her daughter's safety. Every time she told Isabel to endure, viewers could feel their blood pressure rising. Yet, if we're honest, the movie reflects conversations that happen in many homes today. Some people still believe that preserving a marriage is more important than protecting the people inside it. The performances throughout the movie deserve serious praise. The actress who played Isabel delivered an emotional performance that felt authentic from beginning to end. You could see the fear in her eyes, the exhaustion in her body language, and the hopelessness in her voice. Her gradual transformation from a confident, educated woman into someone constantly second-guessing herself was portrayed beautifully and painfully. The actor who played Dominic also deserves recognition because he successfully portrayed a character viewers would love to hate. What makes Dominic terrifying isn't just his violence, it's his ability to switch personalities. One moment he's buying gifts, the next moment he's insulting her. Then he apologizes, then he becomes abusive again. This cycle is what keeps Isabel trapped for so long. The movie cleverly demonstrates how manipulation works. The abuser creates pain and then presents himself as the solution to the pain he created. Perhaps one of the most devastating moments in the story was Isabel's pregnancy and subsequent miscarriage. Without revealing too much, that tragedy became the emotional breaking point of the film. The grief, guilt, regret, and devastation that followed were almost impossible to watch without feeling emotional. By that point, Viewers are no longer just watching Isabel's story, they're rooting for her freedom. The appearance of the nurse, Io, brought a different energy to the narrative. Unlike the people who kept telling Isabel to endure, he represented something important: support without judgment. He listened. He believed her. He encouraged her. Sometimes that is exactly what victims need most, not lectures. Not criticism, just someone willing to listen. The title Rock, Paper, Scissors becomes more meaningful as the story progresses. The movie suggests that power is not always what it appears to be. A person may seem weak, but they can still overcome a stronger opponent. A controlling individual may appear unbeatable, but every form of power has a weakness. The film constantly reminds viewers that circumstances can change and that freedom is possible, even when situations seem hopeless. One thing Maurice Sam TV deserves credit for is refusing to romanticize toxic behavior. Many movies present possessiveness as love. This movie does the opposite. It clearly shows the emotional and physical damage caused by control, manipulation, isolation, and violence. The storytelling keeps viewers engaged from beginning to end, while the emotional scenes feel realistic rather than exaggerated. By the final moments, you're left reflecting on several questions. How many people are silently suffering behind closed doors? How often do we ignore cries for help because things look perfect from the outside? How many victims stay because they feel they have nowhere else to go? These questions linger long after the credits roll. Final verdict. Rock, Paper, Scissors is more than just a drama. It is a powerful conversation about control, abuse, self-worth, family pressure, and the courage it takes to reclaim your life. It is emotional, thought-provoking, frustrating, and deeply impactful. Whether you find yourself cheering for Isabel, shouting at the screen because of Dominic's behavior, or shaking your head at the mother's advice, one thing is certain: this movie will make you feel something. Rating 9 out of 10. Star.